Okay, so this is a workout from our Tuesday workout. Okay, so this will be your continuous full body workout for today. So Tuesday variation, we focus more on our front part of our leg. So today's variation, we will be focusing more on our back part of your body. So let's get the workout started. So today we are going to have 15 variation of movement. So we will start by first for our warm-ups, we will be going through every movement. Okay, so the same thing, we are going to have a 1 minute for each movement. So for me to demo and for everyone to practice along. Okay, so for the 1 minute duration, you can try the movement and make a suitable adjustment for each movement. Okay, so let's get this workout started. I'll get the timer started. So you're going to wear your socks. Okay, everyone have a socks over here? Show me a thumbs up if you have.
Don't have. Let me wear my
Okay.
sock.
Yes, a socks and a smooth surface. So make sure your surface is smooth. So if you don't have a smooth surface, just tell me lah. So I can provide an alternative for you.
Why do you need a pair of socks?
Because we are going to do slides. Okay.
I don't need socks to slide.
Okay. Okay, so let's get started. 1 minute each movement. Okay, so for today's first movement is going to be the hamstring curl. So if you are going to work on body weight hamstring curl, we are going to be sliding it on the floor. So imagine that I'm wearing a socks already, okay? So this one is a sliding pad. So you can use this to use your socks to replace the sliding pad. So you're going to lie down on the ground. You're going to point your toes up. You're going to be on your heels, hands by your side on the ground. Lift your hips up. You're going to slide your leg to the front as far as possible and bring it back. So during the duration of this movement, your butt will not be touching the ground. You're going to straighten your leg and you're going to bring your feet back to your butt. And you're going to do this continuously. Okay, squeeze the back part of your leg. Okay, so everyone can continue doing this. Let me have a look of the movement. Okay, great. So next movement is going to be the push-up. So push-up, you can either do the knee variation or the full variation. I think everyone is familiar with this movement. But as a warm-up, if you can, even you can do a full push-up, you can do a knee push-up as a warm-up. Okay, so make sure when you're doing a push-up, push your hips down, align your head, upper body, and knees in a straight line. Let your body down. When your body is down, your hands will be beside your chest. Remember, don't flare out your shoulders. Don't flare your elbows. Keep your elbow close to your body and push yourself back up. So full variation will be like this. On your feet, body straight, and go down. Okay, so everyone can warm up first, okay? You can warm up on your knees first. You can do some knee push up just to warm your joints. Okay, great. 2, 1. Okay, so next movement will be your lateral lunges. We are going to do it alternate leg. So for lateral lunges, we are going to lunge to one side. So make sure so just imagine there's a mirror in front and behind you. You are going to go side by side only. So step to the side, knees point forward. You're going to push your hips behind. Body is going to go down and you're going to stand back straight up and you're going to change side, body back, hands in between your legs and kick back to standing. Step, hips back, hands in between and kick back and repeat with the opposite leg. So make sure your toes is pointed to the front and you're going side by side. Don't go behind, don't go to the front. Okay, let's go. 2, 1. Okay, great. So next movement will be our back movement. We'll be lying on the ground. So we are going to bring our hands off the ground. So this will be your W position. So The further your hands is off the ground, the more you're going to engage your back, okay? So from W, you're going to move to T and back to W. From Y, W, Y, and W, okay? So let's warm up first, okay? Y and W. So when you're doing this movement, you're going to feel your both of your shoulder blade pinching each other. Okay, so from a seated position, I'll be showing you. So when you're doing the Y, it's like this, W. So don't shrug your shoulders, okay? So keep your shoulders down, Y and W, Y and W. So you're imagining I'm lying down on the ground, so I can show you a better example, okay? Okay, so the fifth movement is gonna be the abs halo. So for the abs halo, you're gonna lie down on your back. So you're going to drop your legs to one side, okay? Drop to one side, don't touch the ground. Then you are going to move to the other side. So you are going to draw a half circle using your toes. So hips up, half circle, and to the opposite side. Half circle, hips up, half circle, and down. So hips up first, draw a half circle and close to the other side, and through and forth like this, okay? So it's like a wiper lah. Remember, the cue is going to be hips up, and you are going to be going side to side. Yes, hips up first. Okay, great. So the sixth movement is going to be the long leg march or the glute march. So long leg march will be a harder version. Glute march will be an easier variation. So for long leg march, this is a long leg. So long leg, hips up. You see, my hips is not touching the ground. And you're going to march like this. This will work a lot on your butt and hamstring. So this will be the harder variation. If you can do it, good for you. Kudos, great job. And the easier variation, you bring your legs closer to your body, hips up, and you're going to march like this. So if you think you cannot do the long leg version, you can do this glute march variation, okay?
You do a midway?
Sure, why not? Midway, you'll be using your hamstring and butt also. So quite similar to the long leg march, but the long leg march will be harder because it's further from your body.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the seventh movement is going to be the lateral raises. So the function is to work the back part of your shoulders, okay? So it's like a push-up. So it's like you're doing a plank. You can do it the knee variation or the full variation. The full variation, leg straight variation is always the hardest. So I will be performing using the knee variation first. So you're going to do a plank, elbow plank, and you're going to open up your body. So forming a T like this, squeeze your back and back down. Then we are going to perform with the opposite side, squeeze your back and back down, and repeat it like this, open and down. So when you're opening, your chest will be facing the side and bring back down. Full variation will look like this, open and down, open and down. Okay, let's take a few deep breaths before we move to the next movement, because the next movement is a movement that we are familiar with. Okay, so the next movement is going to be the reverse lunges. So for reverse lunges, easy. Everyone is familiar with this. We are going to do it alternate leg. So one leg behind, knees down, and back up, and do it alternate leg. Okay, for both legs. So we can slowly get into our reverse lunges. Do it a slower version that you do it usually. Usually, maybe you will do it a bit faster, but as a warm up, we'll be doing it a bit slower, warming up our joints. Okay, you're going to continue. Yes, good. Great job, doing good. Yes, just warming up the joints. Some reverse lunges. 2, 1. Okay, so for the 9 movement, we are going to do the prone swimmers. So prone swimmers, movement that everyone is familiar, a very good back and rotator cuff movement. Lie down your back, Back of the hands on your butt, elbows up, draw a big circle to the front, and bring it back. Back of the hands on your butt again. Elbows up, big circle, and rest your hands, back of your hands on your butt, okay? So let's go, let's do this. Warming up your shoulders slightly, yes. So the elbows up position will be very important for everyone. Make sure elbows up to squeeze your back first before you do the big circle variation. Okay, good job. Okay, great. So slowly get up. Next movement will be your V up stuck. So for your V up stuck, instead of just now for our abs halo, we go side to side. Okay, so for V up tucks, we are going to lie on your back. So we are going to bring your hips up. So you can either do it with straight leg or bended leg. So if your hamstring is tight, I suggest you to do it at the bended leg position. You are going to keep up to the sky, butts off the ground, and bring it back down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so everyone practice first. Practice this movement a few times. Okay, great. Yes, just bring your hips up and make sure to squeeze your stomach. Okay. Okay, great. So the next movement, you're going to bring your elevated surface. So we are going to do the elevated glute bridge that will focus a bit more on your hamstring and butt at the same time. So elevated surface, place your heels on the chair like this. So imagine it is 90 degrees at your knees. You're going to bring your hips up, squeezing your butt, and you'll be feeding your hamstring at the same time and down. Thrust your hips up to the ceiling and back down. So it's to lead by your hip. Up and down. Up, squeeze your butt and down. So you'll be feeling your hamstring and butt simultaneously, okay? So let's practice this for a few times before our main workout. Okay, good. Yes. Good job, everyone. Yes. So cue is to thrust your hip up to the ceiling. Okay, great. So next movement will be your plank build-up. So plank variation, knees or the full variation. So plank build-ups. You're going to start by a full plank first. Then you're going to drop into the elbow plank. Full plank and elbow plank. So this will be a harder variation. So for the easier variation, drop on your knees, build it up, full plank, back to elbow, full and elbow. So this will work your stomach muscle and your hands, the back of your hands at the same time, okay? So let's practice this for a few times. So get the elbows warm up. We got 15 more seconds to practice. Yes, from a full to your elbow, okay? So make sure to keep your stomach tight during this movement. Try not to bring your hips up. 2, 1, and great. So next, we'll be moving to a more plyometrics movement. It's gonna be a jumping movement, okay? So this will be the split jump. So split jump, you're gonna open your legs wide, back leg on your feet, and you're going to switch, 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 and switch like this. So you'll be constantly be on your toes, okay? Switch and switch, switch and switch. So this will be the easier version. The harder version, you're going to do a jumping lunges. So this is a bit hard. Jumping lunges. If you're not tired, you can do this movement. So if you're tired, just proceed to this jump, okay? So split jumps, imagine that you're running, but you'll be on your toes constantly, okay? Okay, great. Continue doing. We got 5 more seconds. Yes. 2, 1, and great job. So after this, for our 14 movement, we are going to do the back widow. So back widow is a back movement without using the towel. So for the back widow, you're going to lie down your back elbows on the ground. You're gonna push through your elbows and squeeze your back. Bring your upper body up and head up simultaneously, okay? Try to lead with your upper body. Push through your elbows, squeeze your back, and back down. Push your elbows, squeeze your back, and back down. Okay, remember the cue is going to be push through your elbows, squeeze your back. Okay, so the range of motion will not be that big. Okay, squeeze and back, squeeze and back. Okay, push through your elbows. 2, 1, and great. Okay, take a few deep breaths. If you want to practice the back fiddle a few more times, no problem, because next movement is going to be the Superman, the movement that we are familiar with. Okay, so for the Superman, lie down your stomach. You're going to bring your hands up, legs up, squeeze your butt. Bring your hands up like this. When the hands is up, make sure it's straight and closing your ears by the side. Okay, imagine you want to cover your ears from the wind blowing by the side. You're going to squeeze your back and squeeze your butt. It's like a Superman. Closing your ears, your hands. Okay, so resume this movement. We got 15 more seconds. Yes, squeeze your back and butt at the same time. So Superman is the movement that uses your entire posterior chain, meaning the back part of your body. 1, and great job. We are all done with our warm-up. So let's get started with our main workout for today, okay? So for the main workout for today, the concept is quite the same. We are going to do 15 of these exercises continuously without any break in between, okay? So each movement, instead of 1 minute, will be only 30 seconds. So 30 seconds without any rest. So since there's no rest, everyone can rest for a while now, drink some water, mentally prepared before we start our workout. Okay, so let's get ready. Wear your socks. We are going to start with your hamstring slides, okay? Everyone got socks over here, right? Show me a thumbs up. Have, huh? Okay, great. So let's start. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, hamstring curls. Socks on your heels, hips up, and slide. Straighten your leg and bring it back to your body. Squeeze the back part of your leg. Straight and squeeze. Good.
Lift up the hips.
Yes, hips will never touch the ground for this movement. It's quite tough if your hips is not touching the ground. So if you're tired, you can do 1 reps with your hips up, 1 rep with your hips down. Okay,
wow,
so
my muscle. I feel
next
my
movement will be the push-up, full straight leg, or leg bend, okay? Easier version will be leg bend. So for the hamstring curl, if you're feeling that your muscle is pulling, so you can do it with your hips on the floor, okay? So on the floor, hips on the floor will be the easier variation, okay? Because you're not taking the body weight of your body. Okay, so let's stand up. Let's switch to the next movement, lateral lunges. Side, hips behind, and stand back straight up. Alternate side, lift, hips back, hands in between, and kick back, stand up. Okay, let's go. So make sure your toes is pointed forward. Let's go. Doing good, everyone. Okay, so let's lie down on the ground. We'll be performing the YNWs. So hands, squeeze your back. Performing a W first. Go to a Y. And squeeze your back. So next will be your abs halo, okay? So get ready to be lying on your back. Okay, so abs halo on the ground, back on the ground, hands beside, move your hips to the side, kick up, draw a half circle, kick up, and half circle, up, and half circle. So make sure, tighten your stomach muscle when you're doing this. 2, 1, and maintain lying down. We are going to do the long leg march. So long leg, hips up, and march like this. Your hips will not be touching the ground. Easier variation, just do the glute bridge march. So if you think you cannot do the long leg march, you just proceed to your glute bridge march, okay? So the further your leg away from your body, the more your hamstring will feel. Squeeze your butt, keep your butt tight. 1. Okay, so let's switch to the next exercise. Get to your planking position, either on your knees or the full version. We are going to do some lateral raise. Open up your chest, squeeze your back, and back down. And do the same thing to the opposite side and back down. Good job. Make sure when you're opening, I want you to squeeze your back tight. Yes, squeeze it. And before you drop back down. 1. Okay, so stand on your feet. We are going to do some reverse lunges. Yes, step, knees down, and stand back straight up, and switch to your opposite leg. Doing good, everyone? Yes, trying to maintain your balance during the reverse lunges. 2, 1. Okay, so next, lie down your belly. Let's do some prone swimmers. Back of your hands on the butt, elbows up, and draw a big circle to the front. And bring it back. And elbows down, elbows up again. Draw a big circle and back. Make sure to squeeze your back muscle as tight as possible before you perform a round, big round to the front. 2, 1. Okay, so next, turn on your back. We'll do some V-up tucks. So hips off the ground and down. Off the ground and down. So make sure keep your stomach muscle tight before you kick up. Great, keep going. Doing good. 1. Okay, put your heels on the elevated surface now. Elevated surface. Heels on your elevated surface. 90-degree hip, 90-degree knees. Thrust your hip up to the ceiling and back down. Thrust up, squeeze your butt and back down. Doing good. 2, 1, and let's turn over. We are going to do some plank build-ups. Knee for easier variation, harder variation on the full one. So let's go from elbow plank to a full plank, or either one. You can start with either one variation. If you're too tired, if you are doing a full version, if you're too tired, drop on your knees. Try not to stop. 2, 1. Okay, so on your feet, we are going to do split jumps. Let's go. Shuffle. If this is too easy for you, switch to this version, okay? Jump up. So you need to jump up higher to make sure that you can lunge properly, okay? Jump up higher and land soft. Or just proceed to this version, okay? Imagine jumping, running on your toes. 2, 1. Okay, great. Lie down on the ground. Let's perform some back widow. Push through your elbows. Bring your upper body up. Squeeze your back. And down. Up. And down. Okay. Push through your elbow hard to bring your upper body up. To squeeze your back. And back down. go. 2, 1. Okay, so lie down your back. You'll be performing some Superman hold. Bring your legs up, squeeze your butt, hands up. Bring your hands as high as possible to the sky, pointing a thumbs up towards the ceiling. Squeeze your back, squeeze your butt. Almost there. Okay, great job. That is all for the first round. Let's take a 1 minute break before our second round, okay? Great job,
Cannot
everyone.
follow.
Huh? Sorry?
Cannot follow. Too fast.
This will be a bit faster. Okay, so never mind. Next time, for the next round, I will be telling you what movement will be next, okay? So you can be following. So if you're tired, then you're a bit slow, it's also okay lah. So you can recover a bit more, okay? Okay,
No, not
good.
getting the right.
This exercise is a bit high pace. So never mind, I will tell you what movement is next later.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so let's get started again, okay? So we are going to start with your hamstring curl, okay? So wear your socks, get ready. Hamstring curls in 10 seconds. One last round already. Let's give all we have. 3, 2, 1. Okay, lie down your back. Hips off the ground. And straighten your leg and bring it back. Good. Straighten and back. So if you think your hamstring curl is giving you some cramps, put your hips down. Push through your heels as hard as possible, pulling it back, okay? This variation also works, but this works the best when your hips is off the ground because you can't cheat. 1, okay, push. Let's go to your push-ups. Let's go. Push-ups, knees on the ground, bring your chest up, hips down and down. So make sure when you're lowering down your body, your chest will be next to your palm, okay? So full variation like this. If you still got some energy left, let's do the full variation. If not, just move to your knees variation, okay? Next will be lateral lunges. Okay, on your feet, lateral lunges, step to the side, hips behind, hands in between, and kick back to stand to original position and switch side and kick. So kick through your bended leg into a standing position. So you want to make sure that your leg, your weight is paired on the bended leg. That's why your hands in between your legs is important. Next will be your Y and W, okay? So lie down the ground. Let's perform some Y and Ws. Hands off the ground. Straighten your hand and back. Straighten your hand and back. So next movement will be your abs halo, okay? So you're going to lie down your back. Y and W, squeeze your back as tight as possible. 2, 1. Okay, so next, lie down your back. Lie on your back, everyone. Hands on the side. Start from one side first. Draw a half circle with your hips off the ground and half circle back. Doing good. Next will be the glute march and the long leg march. So no need to change position. Straighten your leg, hips off the ground, and march. Or you can do this a bit closer to your body and march. Doing good, yes. Keep going. Okay, so next we'll go to our plank position, okay? So after this, straight to your plank, we'll do lateral shoulders. Okay, so turn over into your plank, either full plank or elbow plank. Open your hands up, squeeze your back and back down. Open your hands up, squeeze your back and back down. So after this will be your reverse lunges. So if you're too tired, drop on your knees, try not to stop, open up and back down. Okay, stand on your feet. Let's do some reverse lunges, alternate leg. Great job. Yes, step by step. Try to balance yourself. Okay, next will be the prone swimmers. So you get ready to lie down on your stomach after the timers beat to 0. Two, one, and lie down your stomach. Prone swimmers, back of your hands on your butt. Bring your elbow as high as possible and open the big circle. Hands away from the ground. Big circle to the front and back. So next will be the V up tuck. So get ready to lie on your back. Okay, so straight, turn, lie on your back and bring your legs up, kick up to the sky. Kick up to the sky, squeeze your stomach muscle. Good. So for the next exercise, it's gonna be the elevated glute bridge. So there's no need to change position, okay? Just place your feet on an elevated surface. Okay, so legs on your elevated surface. Next will be your glute bridge. Squeeze your butt, yes. On your elevated surface, thrust your feet to the ceiling and back down. Thrust and down. Doing good. Thrust, squeeze, and back down. Next will be your plank build up. So get into your planking position. Yes, turn on your forearm, forearms on the ground, either a full plank or a knee plank. And let's do the plank build ups. So if you're too tired, drop on your knees. If you can continue, just go on the full version, okay? Full version will be looking like this. So next, you're going to stand up on your feet. We are going to do some split jumps. Let's go, split jumps or split lunge. Either one. So this will be a harder variation. If you're too tired, just move to this one. Imagine jogging on your toes. Okay, try to land as soft as possible. Constantly maintaining your weight on your toes. 2, 1. Okay, lie down on your back. On your back. Back widow. Push through your shoulders. Push through your elbows. Sorry. Elbows and back down. Push through your elbows. Chest up. Squeeze your back and back down. Squeeze and back down. So the last exercise is going to be Superman, okay? So later we are going to turn on your stomach. You're going to lie on your stomach. Okay, so lie down on your stomach. Superman, legs up, squeeze your butt, hands up, covering your ears, and hold this. So try to bring your hands as high as possible, squeeze your back. We are almost done here. Last exercise of the day. 2, 1. And that is all for the workout for today.
Ooh, I only get 10%, 10 marks out of 100.
Marks. It's okay because some movement is actually quite hard, but this one will be a full body exercise, especially on the Tuesday one is to hit our front part a bit more. Today's one is to hit the back part of the leg more. But for the upper body, it's almost the same, just a different type of movement, okay? So that is all for today. So thank you everyone for attending. Hope you have a good day. Bye everyone. See you next time. See you on Saturday.
Have a good evening. Have a good
Okay,
evening,
bye.
everyone. I can't make it Saturday.